Hey everyone, it's Nick from OpenClay. Sorry about the ambulance in the background. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of what I'm doing as far as the sound effects for our upcoming title, Lava Duck. I was just working on some stuff and then I realized maybe this is a good opportunity to actually go through and explain a little bit of how I do things. So just to give you a big quick setup to this, I basically got my monodirectional microphone. It's like a boom microphone. For the sound nerds of you out there, it's a Rode NTG3, sorry. And I've just got that running through the Focusrite Sapphire preamp, and that's it. And I did some recordings of a few different kind of flappy items. So at the moment, I'm working on a sound effect for our main character, Ducky, who does all sorts of flaps and jumps and stuff. So I got some pants. I got like a little stick that makes like a nice whipping sound. I got a big blanket and did some, whipping with that. I got a pillow and kind of did some fluffy sounds. So I try to get a range of different frequencies and a range of different sounds. And then what I'm doing now is I'm layering these sounds to try to get like the effect that I'm looking for. So I've already started, but I just wanted to kind of, before I went too far, show you guys what my process is. So the first one I take is this really kind of deep blanket one. It's basically just a blanket, and I'm flopping it around in front of the microphone, and then I cut it up. And also, I apologize, but my resolution is quite high, and it might make it difficult to see, but I'll try to make things as big as possible. So here we go. Here you can see I've got this one sound. I'll play it for you. So the reason I've got 6 different ones here is because later I'm going to put them into Fmod Studio, so we can kind of do like a randomized, sort of like picking each sound randomly to give it a little bit more variety in the game. Now, I actually just heard here, this thing was there wasn't quite enough attack on that. Yeah, that's better. Cool. Now all I've done for these, the first thing I did is I created this C4 from Waves. It's a multi-band compressor. You've got 4 bands, and I'm actually just using a completely vanilla preset here. I haven't changed it at all. I may go and do that in a bit, but all it is it's a compressor. It's compressing the low ends quite a lot to kind of bring out some of that those deeper frequencies, and then not really doing much for the top end, because this particular sound is supposed to be the deep one. So if I just play it as it is, that's without anything, and then here's with the compressor. So it's very subtle, but you can kind of hear that the lower frequencies are brought out a little bit. Then I put a standard compressor on. This compressor's got threshold of about 20.7, fairly low ratio, like 2.13 to 1. So it's not doing too much to it, because I don't want, like, as you can see, they've got kind of a natural curve to them, like attack and release, and I wanted to keep that. So I've set my attack to around 22.39. I just played them and then kind of changed this until I was happy with it. Let me get it back to where it was. And release again, it doesn't really matter because the sounds are so plosive and there's nothing after it. So release is not so important in this case. Okay, yeah. And then after that, to really boost that bass, I've used Waves' bass plugin, which is brilliant. I love it for a lot of reasons, but mostly because I love bass and the sub bass, to be specific. I've set the intensity to negative 4.4, dipped it a little bit in the gain, and then set the frequency to about 53. So you can hear the difference here. This is without, and this is with. Boom. So if you've got some good headphones or a subwoofer, you'll hear that. Like without, with. Massive difference. Last one, just because they came through a little bit, you know, some were fairly loud, like they were peaking, as you can see here, and others were quite low. I've just stuck the RVox, which is a kind of a compressor and limiter in one, also from Waves. Set a slight gate on it and just done some compression. Now, I just set the compression until I was happy that it was loud enough but didn't lose any of its kind of transient qualities. So this works without. It's a bit quieter. With. So it just gives it a bit of a boost there. So that's all I've done with this one. Then I've got another sound here. This is a much higher frequency one, and I did this using a little headphone case that's made of felt, and I kind of flopped that around. So you can hear this has got a lot of high frequency sounds to it, and all I've done with that so far is I've put an equalizer on it and done a high pass. So everything below 250-ish, 255 basically gets cut out because I don't want it to conflict with the low one. But when you put the two together, it sounds like this. As you can see, I've offset these ones slightly so they come in a little bit after the low one. And the reason I've done that is because I want... Okay, sorry, another audio glitch. So the reason I've done that is because the wings, they've got like that big woof flap, and then I'm kind of imagining the little feathers or whatever. I mean, not that he's got feathers, but if he did, his little feathers would kind of be ruffling just after that big flap. So that's the reason why I've done that. Now I'm going to continue. I want to put a little bit of compression on this as well. I'm going to come up here. And I'll probably just use a standard mono compressor. And I'm just going to see, okay, so the threshold is about there. I just want to make sure that they don't clip. So the threshold, negative 33. So I know it's going to be hard to see unless you're watching on a 4K monitor. Ratio, again, like just around 2, just over 2 maybe. That sounds fine to me. Attack, keep it around 20, 30-ish. Again, release, it doesn't really matter in this case. All right, so I'm happy with that. And I think I'm going to go on to the next sound here. So this is just a raw recording. I haven't chopped this up or anything yet. This is the pillow. This got a kind of cool whoop to it. I was imagining that maybe come right before, so I'll just move this across a little bit to give myself some space. So this was a nice one. I liked that. That one too. Yeah, that was, let's check the other ones first. These ones are clipping a bit, but I might get away with it because it's not too bad. All I need is 6. So that's it. I'm going to move these across over here. Now, let's just play this first. Play this first one again. Okay, that was a little bit early. So the idea that I was looking for is that this, and this is too loud also, it kind of comes in right before this one here. Maybe I should move this one down, just so it kind of makes more sense. Ah, there we go. Now let's take that out. Yeah, let's make it a little bit louder. Yeah, quite liking that. That sounds. And then with. Let's move it a little bit further this way. Okay, I think might have to add a little bit. A little bit of compression to that as well. It's not quite popping out, and also some EQ. So I'll copy this EQ, but for this one, because I'm not too worried about it. Oh no, yeah. I think as long as it doesn't interfere with the sub frequencies, then it should be all right. So I'll put that on, and then I'll just copy that. And the second one, I will do kind of a bit of a boost. Let me just see where the nice frequency was that I wanted to keep. Oh, it's sitting around that sort of 2.5, 4K. Okay, about that 4K. Another audio glitch. Yeah, I think it's like that 3 to 4K. Sorry. That's where it's sitting. Let's just do some extreme. And I'll loop this. This is going to get annoying. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's actually, I think it's closer to 2. Yeah. So without. Cool. And let's also stick a compressor on there. Again, I'll just borrow this one. Can probably keep the settings pretty much the same. Maybe just change the threshold. I can't hear it. I don't want it too compressed. Yeah, about there. Nice. And then just to bring it up, I'll add a very light touch of compression. Let's say 3 dB. A bit more. Okay, that's obviously not working. There's something wrong here. I think I put it on the wrong. I put it on the wrong sound. I can also move this to there. That makes more sense to me. Okay. So now just a touch of compression without with. That's made all the difference that I wanted. Okay. Now all together. Whoa. Turn that loop off. Cool. Okay, now what's starting to happen here is that everything's getting a bit too loud. So at this point, I think I would do kind of like a sub mix of this. Yeah, I might even just pack this as a folder and call it main flap sound. And I'm going to put this through to a bus. Let's just create that main flap sound bus. It's here. I'll move it over here. And let's change. I like my buses being like darker, but the same sound. Same color, same hue, sorry. Okay, so I've got this bus here. And now I'm going to do some overall compression on that. I've got a submix already set up as an effects chain, and it's just a C4 from memory. The pre-master. There we go. Let's see how this sounds. This is sounding good. I quite like this. Now the last sound. Let me just open up this folder. I think there's a little bit of adjustments I need to make to the volumes. Let me do that quickly. I'm also going to actually move these around a little bit in the stereo field, not a lot. But I want that first one to kind of come through like this. Yeah. And then end over here. That's a bit extreme. It's kind of cool. I'm liking. Okay. I feel like I've lost some of my processing for some reason. I don't know if I'm just... Yeah, it's like I've just got the C4 on there. Oh, okay. I think I had them all selected when I stuck the C4 on. Another audio glitch. Yeah, so I had them selected when I set this to be this pre-master bus. Okay, now it should sound a little bit better. And so this is the like that initial. That's the middle one, the bassy one. I want that sitting directly in the middle. So I'll just do a little bit of stereo widening on this, just to give it a bit of a, yeah. That's cool. I want it powerful. And like for me, when a sound fills a little bit more of the stereo space, then it becomes bigger and and therefore more powerful. Let's see what is next. Now I wanted that little whip sound. I think it's this one maybe. I'll just mute this bus. Oh, that's a piece of cardboard. I didn't really like that one so much. Let's try this one. There we go. Yeah. Let's take this one for now. I might use some of these later. Okay, there's obviously something sitting underneath it. That's odd. Okay, let's open up those main flap sounds. And I want this to be sitting over the top of my big woomph. Just this one here. So this is that peak. And let's try to get this peak right there as well. Oh, that's my coffee machine turning off. I'll just edit this out. Coffee machine's turned off. Nope. Now it has. Cool. All right, and then we'll add these sounds as well, and let's see what this sounds like. I can't hear this whoop, probably because I should move it in here. I should name things as well. Whoop, stick. And this is the pillow fluff. This is the lights. Fluff. I don't know. And this is the sub flap. Okay. this little whoop stick needs, again, I want to make sure it doesn't interfere with my sub, so I will put this Q1 on it. If you remember, that's one that takes all the, I'll even go a little bit higher than that. Let's see if it loses anything. No, I'm still happy with that. Cool. And just going to copy the compression as well. Not that one. This one here. Yep. And we'll just adjust that threshold. There. Pretty good. And now let's give it a bit of gain. Not that much. A little bit more. That's cool. Right. Should have done that with this one as well. There we go. And let's have a listen to that all together. The whoop is not really coming through for me. I might maybe compress it a bit more. Let's see if that... maybe it's just at the wrong spot. Let's try putting it here. Maybe it should come before everything else. Let's see. Ah. Now it's too loud though. Let's extend it a bit. Make it a bit longer so not quite as... I'll change the mode to that one, promonophonic. Whee! A little bit earlier. Not quite as loud. I like that. Look, I think I'll probably leave it there. There's still heaps to do, but hopefully this has given you a little bit of an insight into kind of my process. If you think it's good, let me know. If you think it's terrible, let me know. If you've got some cool, helpful tips, or if you see me doing something terribly wrong, please do let me know. I like to learn from wherever I can. But hopefully this has helped you a bit as well, or maybe just made for an interesting snack break. I don't know. All right, have a great one. Bye-bye.